Hi, folks. Welcome to Maximizing Remote Collaboration with Fusion 360. We're going to go ahead and get started on the webinar. My name is Jasenia. I am the events coordinator here at M2 Technologies. Just a quick heads up, as I'm sure most of you are as well, I'm working from home. So I do apologize if there is any kind of background noise that disrupts during this webinar, but we'll try to keep that at a minimum. But just also a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the webinar, please make sure you're typing them in the question box in your GoToWebinar control panel, not in the chat panel. Also, a recorded version of this webinar will be available on our website and YouTube channel within a couple of days. You're going to receive an email with the link once that's available. And before we jump into the webinar, I just want to introduce M2 Technologies to you all. So M2 Technologies is a consulting firm focused on productivity, improving manufacturing process efficiency, and reducing manufacturing costs. Our mission is simple: to help manufacturers design better products and increase market share by leveraging the industry-leading engineering, design, process automation, and data management technologies. Using generative design and best-in-class manufacturing and asset management processes, our team of industry expert leaders can help you become more sustainable, more profitable, and more prepared to meet the demands of urbanization in a rapidly changing world. We're committed to helping clients realize the benefits of BIM and asset management quickly and economically by facilitating the use of innovative technologies and processes. Whether it's streamlining your product design, maximizing asset longevity, or optimizing your processes, our team is one of the most experienced groups of manufacturing technology consulting professionals. We partner with world leaders such as Autodesk, Panzura, Eagle Point, and Bluebeam to utilize innovative technologies and methodologies to empower sustainable manufacturing and overcome local challenges. To help support the industry with these demands of urbanization, we offer a wide range of services, including CAD management, generative design, data management, CIO advisory services, and much, much more. Now, I'm going to let Tristan Gunderson jump on to take you through today's webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, I'm Tristan, and I'm an applications engineer at M2. And so today I'm going to show you a few of the tools you can use to maximize collaboration while working with Fusion 360, especially while working from home. So we're going to start with user management. We're going to cover some tools for accessibility, a bit of the process for review and collaboration, the team participant subscription, and then finally connecting Fusion 360 to the Vault. So just a quick introduction to Fusion 360 Team. It's a cloud-based storage system that's linked directly with Fusion 360. So each seat of Fusion 360 comes with a Fusion team. So you can then add members to this team to create a shared space for you all to work and collaborate together. And the owner of the team will always maintain the top admin privileges to control member access and control who has access to what projects within. In this first demo here, we're going to show you a little bit of the admin tools. So we can see here, this is Carl's team. He is the admin for our shared team, and he's in the team settings right now within the admin tool. You can see you have settings to control the approval required for someone to join the team, and here you have your management of the team members. You can quickly add somebody to the team by entering their role, and when they are added, they will be brought in by default as a project contributor. Project contributors have limited access. You can also control the roles within specific projects in this tab. You can see here that I've been added to it as an editor within the project members tab. Project members have more access than the project contributors. So this is what you'll use for members who are actively working on parts. You can also control the settings for the folder by clicking on it directly. You can manage the members here. You can also change the folder to open, closed, or secret. This will control who has visibility of it and who has access to it. By setting it to open, it means that any members of the team will be able to see it and ask for permission to join. We're now going to go back into the membership and roles. You can see that Tim is listed as inactive. This is how you will remove someone from the team, as in order to maintain the comments that they've made previously, they can never be deleted, but you can set them to inactive so they no longer have access. Here you can see that Carl changed my access from project contributor to team member so that I have complete access to the files. And so that's just a quick overview of some user management within the program. So since this is a cloud-based software, anyone can access it who is a member of the team with almost any device that has internet access. This means you can log in on a web browser or with the Fusion 360 app on a computer, a smartphone, or a tablet. You can see here that I have saved a couple screenshots from my phone of logging on a web browser or using the app. The app is a little more convenient for using a small screen like a phone because it has a very good layout for everything, whereas the web browser is great on a computer or on a tablet. The desktop connector is also a great tool when working on a computer. It creates a local folder that is linked to the cloud drive. This means that you have easy access to all of your files on your local system. And when you edit a project on your computer, it'll save a local copy for 72 hours. This means you then can work in offline mode. When you go into offline mode, it allows you to continue working on those projects without an internet access. You will just need to reconnect to the internet in order for those changes to be propagated back to the cloud drive so that others can see the changes you've made. All right, in this next demo, we'll go over a few of the tools for review and collaboration. You can see that I have access to the A-Team drive team as well as my local one. I'm just going to stay in my personal project for the moment. I'm going to open up this project called LAMP. You can see here is the overview, and there's different versions. Every time you save a design, it will create a new version, and you can quickly use milestones to see the key versions. By coming over here, I can upgrade this version to a milestone so that it shows up in the milestone panel. Create milestone, and there we have it. Now when I go back and I click on the milestones only, that latest version shows up. Another useful tool in this is the compare versions. Normally here you'll see drop downs to select the versions. However, the site was under maintenance when I filmed this. But in this demonstration, you can still see how it will work. So it will highlight areas that have parts that have been added, removed, or modified. So I can turn off the visibility on any of those. Now, if I select a specific component, you can see it highlighted there. I can then flip between the two versions, and you can see how it changes there. So this is an easy way to quickly look at what changes were made on a part through different versions. Now I'm going to exit out of that and just open up the standard view here. That way we can look at some of the analysis and collaboration tools available in the web browser. So obviously you can easily move around, rotate, get a good look at the different parts. We can then do a section view. Select a plane to start with. Then we can quickly drag that around to see the view internally that we want to see. And rotate to get a good look at what's inside. This is really handy because it also has these rotating wheels, so we can quickly change the plane to get a view at any part inside of the assembly. And once you rotate it, you can also then use the slider again to move perpendicular to the plane. Slide that up and down through the part to get a good view. We also have quick measurement tools. You can select 2 points on the assembly, and then it will give you the direct distance as well as the components of that in the X, Y, and Z directions. You can see them all listed there. And then there's also a quick angle tool where you can select 3 points in order to determine angles within the part. When I'm done with that, I'm going to remove those. You can also create an explosion just to see the different parts. If there's something small inside of there, this will help you quickly see what is a single component and what is separate. The other useful tool here is we can create markups to make drawings on the part within the 3D view so that we can show others changes that need to be made. We'll zoom in real quick, and then we're going to make some comments on this part. So using the comment, we can either attach it to a point or to an entire part. So you can see as I drag over these parts, it highlights them. When I then select a part, it'll give me this dialog box to enter in my comment attached to that part. I'm going to say change material to aluminum. And then when I'm done, I just hit post. And you can see a bubble showing up there that will connect the comment to the part. Now I can also go back to the markups and use the callouts here. I'm going to make a circle callout that will allow me to draw a circle on here, and I can then attach a comment to that. I'll say add additional holes for this. Maybe I want more of those vent holes around the part. Then I just save that. And you can see an additional balloon has been added. You have our settings, print, and properties down there. We can look at the part, but I'm going to go up here and click on the comments to view the comments that have been made. So this is a quick way to review any changes that have been requested or to just discuss the part further with your colleagues. When I click on them, it'll show me the comment that was made, where it was made. And I can turn that comment off. And I also can hide those markers right here. There's also additional tools for looking at the part from different angles. For right now, we're going to go and we're going to change the version. So we can quickly just select a different version. You can also see the promote button there. That will allow you to take a previous version and promote it to the current version if you made changes you didn't want and you want to undo those. We're going to go all the way back to this first milestone we had, version 2. And you can quickly see the changes that have been made over time to this part. For right now, though, we're going to go back to that previous version, our current one, and we're going to look at those comments that have been made. You can see here in the overview, the comments are listed right here on the side. If I click on one of these, it'll bring me straight into the view, so I can look at the comment on the 3D model. I can then reply to one of these comments. I can ask a question, maybe ask how many holes, but for right now, let's say I've already discussed that, and I'll just let them know that I am working on it. So say sure thing. If a comment is no longer needed, you can always delete it. One moment. All right, so next we're going to talk about the team participant subscription, because not everyone on your team might need the full Fusion 360 subscription. The team participant subscription will give you access to all the data management, accessing all those files, and all the collaborating tools that we've previously shown. The Fusion 360 gives all those additional design tools, but the team participant subscription is great for any other members of the team, mainly outside of the engineering. Like, it allows the manufacturers to see any drawings, or the marketing or executive teams to view and comment on parts. You can see it's a subscription at $130 a year as opposed to the full subscription, which is $495. So it's a much cheaper subscription in order to get more of your team members into the space to collaborate. In this final demo, we're going to show you how you can quickly link your Vault to the Fusion team. This is good if not everyone has access to your shared network, especially while working from home. You can have one person set up a sync to the Vault, so that way files are stored between the Vault and the Fusion team. Here we're just quickly making a new folder in the Vault called Vault Cloud Files. It's the same name as a folder we already have on the Fusion team, just for convenience. We then can go up to Tools, Administration, and Vault Settings to set up the connection. We go over to Collaborate, Configure, and here we can create that connection. So we'll name the mapping Fusion Drive. We'll select our Vault folder and then our Cloud Drive folder. So we're going to select that Vault Cloud Files in our Fusion team. Once we do that, we can set up a automatic sync. So you can have at the beginning of the workday, end of the workday, have it sync between the two locations, or you can always do it manually. So we're going to apply. Exit out of this. And you can now see at the top the download from cloud drive button is highlighted. So what we're going to do is real quick, move some Inventor parts over. It's important to note that you aren't able to store any Fusion designs in Vault, but you can store any Inventor or AutoCAD files in Fusion Team. So we're going to upload these parts to the cloud. Now, when we check the job queue, it says that it's still pending. This can take a few minutes, so we're going to use a quick trick to expedite the process. We're going to open up the job processor. We're just going to pause it and then hit resume. And this is just going to jumpstart the process for us. We can now see it's in progress. And after a few seconds, it's done. Now we're going to open up our desktop connector. And you can see those parts appeared. So we now have those in the cloud Fusion Team Drive. Now if we open up in the browser, we can go in and actually inspect those parts like we did with the Fusion design earlier. They're all here. So we can always upload new files directly. We're actually going to upload this part called body. So we now have this part in our Fusion team, but it's not in our Vault. The view is not quite ready. It's still loading here, so we're going to come back to that later. You can see our part there. So then when we go back to our desktop connector, you can see that the part is available here. So it's already accessible from our desktop, but it is not in our Vault. Hit refresh and still not there. What we need to do is we need to download it from the cloud. So we can download the entire folder, but right now we just want that single part, so we're just going to select that one individually. Now it hasn't quite downloaded yet, so we're going to try jump starting the job processor again. Pause, resume. And there we can see it going. And it's done. So now when we go back and we hit refresh, there's our part from the Fusion team in our Vault. Now we come back and open this up, and we can see our view has now finished loading. And there we can see the full part in 3D and use all those commenting tools we used previously. If we open up an Inventor assembly, we can see the full assembly is in here. We can move that around. We can do the exploded view like we did previously. But also useful tool is you can see the different parts that are used in the assembly all in the overview here. So it's an easy way to manage your Inventor files and keep it all in one place, especially while working from home. So that concludes the webinar. We're now going to take any questions you might have.
folks, feel free to ask any questions you have in the questions panel on your GoToWebinar control panel. Well, Tristan, I don't think that there are any questions, but folks, if you do have questions, please feel free to contact us at any time. We are more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And again, just to reiterate, this webinar will be posted on our YouTube and website within a few days, so you'll get an email once that's ready. But if there are no questions, then we can end the webinar here. So thank you so much, Tristan, for hopping on and for the webinar. And everyone, please stay safe and have a great day.